Jackson Vida's coming off a hat-trick performance where he'd become the EPC leader in goals scored on the guys' side, surpassing the previous mark of 97. Vida the first to hit the century mark in the EPC or LVC. The senior midfielder nearly getting right back to it on a breakaway in the opening minute of the contest. Micah Losser, though, makes the initial stop and the second denied by Sam Matlock to deny Vida of goal 101. Ryan Freeman kneeled then with a response on the other end. Brady Sutton on the service, but Freeman kneeled sails it high to keep us notched at 0. A lot of back and forth throughout this opening 40. Brady Dolak this time on the breakaway for Northampton. Sebastian Mello finding Dolak, who nearly sneaks it over the hands of Losser, but that too hits the crossbar. It was the home team, however, who'd capitalized just before the break. Kids with multiple attempts to clear it out. Dom Roskowski battling for possession, lays it off to Corey James. The senior forward sends one home on senior night. James with his 10th on the season and 20th for his career to give Freedom the 1-0 advantage at halftime. A couple unfortunate calls in the second half. The first off a kid's free kick. It's beautifully headed far post and into the back of the net for what was thought to be the equalizing tally, but Vida gets called for the foul, and so that goal gets called back, and it remains 1-0 Freedom. Kids continued to press and would have multiple close-range chances, but could not find a way to score. Then, in the 76th minute, Losser and Vida collide in the box. The foul called on Losser and deemed a penalty kick for the visitors, one that Mello has no problem sending home. That goal will even things up at 1 apiece and ultimately force an overtime period. Freedom will take advantage off a corner just 2.5 minutes in. A ball cleared out of the 6, but it's Sutton with the strike off his right. The one time in the air, just a beautiful finish for the game winner. Pates win this one in extra time by way of the 2-1 final score.
The past few games, we've been really struggling to find a win. We've been talking about hustling, we've been talking about working, and today we did a perfect job of that. I mean, we were in it the whole time, and I couldn't ask for a better performance from the team.
I mean, after the penalty was a moment of kind of reflection and picking ourselves back up and making sure that we were ready to go. This has been the second game against Easton. We went into overtime after about 55 seconds left. They scored an equalizer. So it's kind of flashbacks to that, but I was proud of the guys. They picked themselves back up, battled towards the end of the half, and then in overtime, they were amped up, they were ready to go.
Pates finding themselves in a bit of a rut going winless through their last 3 contests. However, this victory, the gritty one they were looking for in handing Northampton their first loss in almost a month.
We have a lot of fight. That's something that I think we've kind of grown throughout the season and even building from last year. We have the fight to win these games, even though they're physical games.
You know, we know that we have the technical ability to compete with some of the better teams in this conference, but we've been really asking them to show that physicality, to show that heart, to show that drive. We saw it in spurts against Parkland and Emmaus, but this was the one where I was like, can we get it to put us over the top? And they certainly showed it tonight.
At Freedom, I'm Cassie Schmidt for the SC Network.